Good evening. I know that numerous people have made comments that it's not fair to judge a candidate whether they have a law degree or a master's or anything else, and I would sincerely agree with that. Although I am very well educated and degreed, I would take offense if somebody said that my youngest son, who decided to go into the trades, is not qualified for a certain job. In fact, he was, based on his abilities, regardless of his lack of paper education, papers and documents, etc., to create a certain position in society. So I agree with Mr. Stevens on that fact, but the matter, as you'll see in the following video, is that he has not even looked at the duties of the mayor. And if you look at the duties of the mayor, which are part of the city charter, his opinion or his description of how his skills and background qualify him for the city mayor position, I don't think would have been the same. So I don't understand how his people skills in resolving neighbors butting heads qualifies him for mayor, when in fact the mayor should not interfere with administrative positions, as you will see in the following video. So I do welcome comments. My videos are not meant to give a specific position. I just want to point out, as I identify in my name of my YouTube channel, it's exposing Wildwood to what is really going on. So please enjoy the video that follows. I guess enjoy is the right word, but watch the video that follows. I hope it helps you make your decision for who you may or may not vote for on April 7th, 2020.
How has your education and experience prepared you to be mayor? We'll start with Mr. Boland, please.
So I think the first thing relative to being mayor would be my business experience. Speaking of budgets, my company operates with a balanced budget, and the city should operate as a balanced budget. Secondly, management of issues and matters and being able to get things done. In my opening, I mentioned several of the things that we've done since I became mayor in 2016, and I think that my ability to do that largely comes from having run business for many years. Third, my legal background has helped because it's just the case that at the end of the day, as a public body, our government must treat all of our residents equally, and we must act in ways that are fair and equitable and as required by law. And we do that. So I think that those would be the things that I would mention and highlight relative to my background in helping to be mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Stevens.
So my job actually sets me up really well for this position because I'm in the service business, and in government, we are in the business of serving our constituents. We are in the people business here. All right, so this is more about people skills than it is about a degree or a piece of paper. When two neighbors are butting heads over a code enforcement issue, you're not going to win people over by waving your degree around. It's going to take things like empathy, charisma, emotional intelligence, negotiation skills, sales skills. Those are the things that you have to be able to handle these tough situations. So as mayor, I will be able to relate to people. I will be able to make them feel comfortable, even when they're getting told no. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just as a matter of fact, from the League of Women Voters forum held on February 26th, where mayor candidate Niles Stevens says he would take care of matters between neighbors by having compassion and all the rest of the stuff that he said, which I'll point out later. Does it state under his powers vested, qualifications, or duties that he will solve problems between neighbors? Except for the purposes of investigations as established by this charter, the mayor shall not interfere with the administrative city officers or employees who are subject to the direction and supervision of the city administrator. The mayor shall not give any orders to any such officer or employee, either publicly or privately. So under his self-proclaimed abilities or qualifications to become a mayor, how will he get involved in neighbor disputes without interfering with the administration? Under the duties, the mayor is effectively a managerial position. The mayor may recommend improvements in city operations and shall advise the council as to any deficiencies. For instance, in each one of these appointment sections, the council may, without the consent of the mayor, remove such officers, members by a vote of 2/3 of the members of the city council. I hope you found this excerpt from the City of Wildwood Charter helpful in your decisions as to making a choice for the mayor for the City of Wildwood on April 7th, 2020. Skills versus duties. Candidate Stevens thinks his people skills in settling disputes between neighbors over code enforcement are duties in his proposed new position as the mayor of the city of Wildwood. Per the city charter, please see the following direct excerpts from the city charter that'll follow after this note. Note, as I say here, if candidate Stevens said his people skills aided in his position as mayor to appoint city positions or preside over city meetings or enforce the provisions, laws, and resolutions of the city, to name a few, then I may find it reasonable to vote his way. Does candidate Stevens think the mayor should exercise his skills to resolve neighbors' butting heads as his primary duties? That really makes me blue.